One dark, silent winter's evening, a boy called Max was out in his back garden, gazing at a sea of stars. At that very moment, he wished no more than to be traveling out among the stars in a cruiser, visiting other planets, and seeing alien life forms. Suddenly, his father came out and told him to go to bed. Reluctantly, he did as he was told. As soon as Max was asleep, he had a most adventurous dream, a dream which any child would envy. In his dream, he traveled to several planets beyond the solar system, in an X-wing fighter. The first planet, which Max went to, was a volcanic one. As he flew over the surface, he saw lava falls, lava rivers, lava lakes, and immense volcanoes erupting, sending mushrooms of smoke miles into the leaden sky. The next world, which Max visited, was totally different. Instead of fire, lava, and smoke, there was snow and ice. Snow fell, glaciers snaked their way through valleys, and mighty, twisted peaks with sheer slopes and jagged ridges towered into the blue sky. The lower regions painted a different picture. There were foothills clad in Himalayan-like trees, masses of rhododendrons, lakes, rivers surging through deep gorges, and what appeared to be Sherpa-like settlements. Small dots could be seen moving about in the settlements. Eagles, falcons, buzzards, and other raptors were gliding, or swooping about. Clouds were everywhere too. The third planet, which Max visited, was a jungle one, like the Amazon rainforest. As he flew over the surface, he saw several large lakes with unknown life forms drinking from them, clearings inhabited by olive-skinned tribes living in wigwams, and Inca-like ruins built by some lost civilization. Unknown birds were flying in a pale pink sky. The fourth planet, which Max went to, was a water world. Mountainous waves rose hundreds of feet, thunder rolled, lightning flashed, and rain fell eternally. A thick blanket of gray clouds covered the entire world. The next planet, which Max visited, was a desert one, bearing a striking resemblance to Tatooine. There were open flat regions, dunes, canyons, mesas, moisture farms, settlements of mud inhabited by unknown aliens, nomadic desert tribes, and spaceports. After visiting the desert planet, Max went to a barren world with rocky red terrain and a red atmosphere. Like the desert world, it had canyons, mesas, dunes, and flat expanses. There were dried up lakes, dried up river beds, dried up oceans, cave openings, and mountains. Not a single sign of life was to be seen. However, some things look right out of place, things like temples, pyramids, plazas, and abandoned settlements. The seventh planet, which Max visited, resembled Coruscant. In other words, it was a worldwide settlement. There were mushroom-shaped structures, buildings shaped like salt and pepper pots, tall thin structures, domes, and many other kinds. Smoke rose from factories into the atmosphere and spaceports covered immense expanses. Levitation trains were snaking this way and that, speeders were going back and forth along air traffic lanes at different altitudes, and spaceships were taking off from platforms, attached to buildings, and vice versa. After Max left the city world, the dream ended.